talk about the history of the NBA and never mention Dame Lillard's name. That sounds personal. Go ahead, Dom.
Yeah, I disagree. To say that about a lot of guys.
Dime Dropper, LA based, one of the 4 sportsmen, do LA basketball content year round, NBA content and NBA history. Just made a video recently, yesterday on my YouTube channel, Dime Dropper, where you could see what my thoughts were on the recent moves. Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday trades. And every Sunday, the 4 of us on YouTube, you can find that on my YouTube channel and AllBalls. Every Sunday afternoon, could be anywhere between 2 Pacific time to like 8 Pacific time. You can find that. And I'm also the host of Locked On Clippers for the Locked On Podcast Network, 5 days a week, all things Clippers.
Yo, Rick Ross better than Kiss is crazy.
It's fucking insane. It's insane. I almost wanted to call this nigga in the middle of the afternoon today and curse at him.
It's Fabian Perspective, so expect it and accept it. Live and direct, baby. Rick Ross got a better catalog than Kiss. Hate to break it to y'all. We from New York City.
Go ahead, Flea.
That's objective. We can have that conversation on another day, another time.
Fact.
You can try.
Big Flea, CO here, back at it again, y'all. Love being here with these brothers. 1/4 of the 4 sportsmen. The host of Are We Live? Check me out every week. Has some of the best hoopers to ever touch a rock come down and sit down and chop it up with me. So check that out. We got a great episode coming up on Monday. We got Chris Fouch in the building.
So Fouch,
that should be a hell of a conversation. So y'all tapping on Monday for that one. But let's get it rolling tonight, fellas. I'm happy to be here with y'all.
Yes, sir. Just real quick, better songs, better albums, not even close. Now let's
not
go.
even close is so disrespectful. I hope Kiss jumps into live right now because
not even close
is insane.
What's up, y'all? Dame Lillard talk. Everybody wants to act like Dame Lillard's not a big deal. They want to act like this never happens. He goes to Milwaukee, and there's just so much hate. I want all y'all opinions. Dame Lillard, top 10 point guard all time, and I'm going to take it a step further. I just thought of this. I might get cursed out, but I don't care. Dame might be a better scorer than Allen Iverson, and I'm going to make my case.
Flea's face says it all. Flea, what's the problem, Flea? What's the problem?
Look, we was rolling, right? I'm rolling with the top 10 because I got him in the top 10. That's for me. Me and Dom had a very interesting conversation the other day on the 4 sportsmen.
Hold on. The legends in the
best kept secret.
Best kept secret. Kareem Reed in the building. Got to shout out the legend.
The legend is in the building.
Yes, go ahead, Flea.
But yeah, we had an interesting conversation the other day on the last episode. And I got him top 10. But what we not about to do right now is say that just straight going to get a bucket, he is better than Chuck. He's better than Iverson.
Why not?
Top 5 ever?
Why not?
Allen scored the ball at a level for a guy that is 6 feet and under, better than anybody in the history of the game. Better than anybody in the history of the game. If we talking about a 4-time scoring champion at his size. Dame ain't never led the league in scoring, ever. I don't even think he's ever been close. Chuck led the league in scoring with guys like Kobe in the league, with guys like LeBron in the league. He was an elite bucket getter. So no, I'm not rolling with that. I love Damian Lillard, but he's not a better scorer than Allen Iverson. Hell no. Better shooter?
I got this.
Better shooter? Maybe. Better scorer? Nah.
I gotta disagree with that. I think Dame, because he does shoot better, I think he plays smarter than AI. And like I said earlier, AI is my guy. I have braids because of him and everything. And he's tougher. I think he's the definition of toughness. But Dame, he's gonna get to his shot better. Off the pick and roll, who's better?
That's a conversation.
Yeah, it is. But I think AI It is, but you got a pick and roll named after Iverson, right? Like a pick set name or a pick action named after Iverson. I get it.
No, you have a cut named after Iverson.
The Iverson cut, cool. Yeah, but you still got two guys at the free throw line setting the pick, bro. Like, come on. I know a little something, Fleet. But the point is, to me, is Dame can do that, and I think shoot it more effectively. He can shoot it more efficiently. That's my thing. AI still is more of he's Bubba Chuck for a reason. Like Dame is shooting more efficient shots, in my opinion.
I'm not gonna argue efficiency. See, that's a whole different conversation. If we're talking about who's going to get it, go get it. I'm not arguing. No guard. No, in terms of just scoring the basketball. Nah, Dame ain't the one that I'm about to stack up against Allen Iverson and say who's the better scorer. Nah, Dame ain't that one.
Dom, your thoughts, Dom? Because I'm going berserk. I'm telling y'all right now.
Next topic, please. Allen Iverson all day long.
Come on.
Allen Iverson all day long.
How is it just that simple though? I'm just trying to figure that out.
I just think Allen Iverson being able to average 30 plus points in that era, in an era where the perimeter game was severely limited by the rules compared to now. The landing space wasn't a thing. They were able to be way more physical on the perimeter. Freedom of movement off the ball. I mean, it's just, and he had to go amongst two big men a lot of times. Like you go in the paint, you see two bigs back then, and he's finishing over the top of all of them. He's got those amazing leaners. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you look at the 08 playoff series, post like hand check removal type, and he's playing the Lakers. If you go back and watch that series, bro, he's blowing by Derek Fisher every single time he wants, like with ease, and he's like older then, and he's still getting buckets. So I can't imagine what you put prime Iverson. And that's not even – that's when the Nuggets still had Kmart and Marcus Camby. Imagine if you put him with Aaron Gordon at the 4, like the way they spaced to put MPJ at the 4. Dude, he's getting to the basket at will. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not just going to put it down to the era. I also think Iverson accomplished, like, as a scorer, a lot of things. And I just think if you're going to use the numbers, it's way hard to compare. So I'm going with Iverson. I think, as Lee said, the only guard scoring-wise really consider better is probably Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry's the best scoring guard, point guard to ever play. Dame is fantastic, though. I don't think it's as simple as I made it sound like, but my lens, I think it's Iverson for sure.
Yo, do you know, real quick, you know that Iverson averaged 30 before by taking like 28 shots a game? Like he was.
We are not arguing efficiency.
You
try to change the argument to fit what you're saying. If we're talking about efficiency, yeah, Iverson is not. Kobe wasn't an efficient scorer. Neither was Iverson.
Here we
Kobe
go.
Kobe was more efficient than what people let on.
No,
here we go.
No,
here we go.
Listen, hold on.
He wasn't an efficient scorer.
He was pretty efficient.
Awful. I'm not saying he's awful, but he's not Kevin Durant efficient.
Yeah, he was the most efficient of that whole era of Chucks. Kobe was averaging 45%. He wasn't taking 30 shots to get 30 points.
Right, but
Iverson did that. Baron Davis did that. Kobe wasn't doing that. And I think Dame could have. And, you know, Dame, hold on, Dom. You mentioned the Denver Nuggets. If Dame played on that Nuggets team with Carmelo, I think they're a better team.
Why are they that much better?
Because he's taking better shots.
Iverson's shot selection wasn't a problem in that series against the Lakers.
I think
couldn't guard anybody.
It was.
I rewatched
I think
no, they couldn't
guard.
They couldn't guard. There's a reason why they traded him.
And Melo played terrible in every single game. Iverson still got 25.
There's a reason why they traded him for Chauncey.
I'm only saying this because I rewatched it last year. Otherwise, I wouldn't have remembered it. But I rewatched it. I have the series if you want them. And Iverson was getting to the basket whenever he wanted. He was still dropping 20. But Melo couldn't score, and they weren't able to guard a chair. And the Lakers, bro, you're always going to – talent and ball movement is always going to beat talent and ISO every time.
But my thing is this. Everybody in the live, we know – AI is a shooting guard and Dame is a point guard. We not comparing. I'm saying guys, small guards, we know who's the GOATs at that. I'm saying Dame Lillard has to be brought up. I don't care about rings. I don't care about MVPs. At one time, at the height of his career, Dame Lillard was being compared to Stephen Curry. Let's not forget that year or two when Dame Lillard was out of control. He never had a how was it a bad comparison? How?
Steph Curry's a much better player than him. It's not even close.
So you telling
it's
me
not even close in terms of player.
So if Dame Lillard,
yeah.
Here we go. If Dame Lillard had the same thing Curry had, would Dame Lillard have any rings?
Same.
Just yes or no?
Same
He
thing.
might-
What
he
do you
might
mean
have
same
one or two.
thing?
He might have one or two.
Right.
Same
Hey,
thing. What you
wait,
mean
wait,
same
hey,
thing? Hold on. Oh, give me some clarity on that. What you mean
If
same
he had
thing?
the same organization, the same great coaching, and the same talent around him, would he have any championships?
Maybe. But
And would this conversation be different? We gonna see right now.
I don't know because that's too much trying to imply that you could take Steph Curry out of there, put Dame Lillard, and they're still 4-time champions. I don't agree with that.
Right. All right. So let me ask you a question. If you put Curry with those Blazers teams that Dame Lillard has, does those Blazers teams be successful at all?
Yeah.
I think they'll be better.
Successful, yeah.
Championship.
I don't think they're championship caliber.
We see Curry when he ain't have no help.
And
I still think he's Steph. I still think he's
and
Steph.
guess what? He did about the same damn thing that Dame does, losing the first
Average,
round.
average 30 billion points.
Did he get to the playoffs? Did he get to the playoffs?
Yeah,
No.
no,
They lost.
Don't stop him.
Playing.
No,
they lost in the
playoffs.
He got the 8th seed, but Adam Silver has new rules now.
Yo,
He
listen,
does.
he didn't make the play. We see. Let me calm down. Once again, the Dame Lillard disrespect is going to stop. I've been vouching for Dame Lillard for years. I'm the one that been saying he's better than Luka. Once again, he's never had a great roster. This is his first time, and people saying is he top this in scoring. His career is still going on. He averaged 32 and 5. Look, see, y'all can say all that.
That was a good one.
You know
that was good.
Yeah,
that was
I
good,
love
BG.
it. I love it.
BG.
Listen, love BG. We don't never want to let certain things go. In people's eyes, Allen Iverson, which is legendary, one of my favorite guys. But in people's eyes, he's still the GOAT of the small guards. We forget about Curry. We forget about Isaiah Thomas. Is Allen Iverson better than Kyrie Irving? Come on, bro. Dame Lillard do what they all do.
I think Allen affects winning more than Kyrie Irving.
We talk about
he's more of a winning player.
Okay, I'll give you that, but I'm just saying
more of a winning player. I'm not talking about if Kyrie cares about winning. I can't gauge that. I don't know that nigga. But I'm talking about flat out a winning player. I think Allen is head and shoulders more of a winning player than Kyrie.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I don't know if he can hear you, Dom.
We can't hear you.
Dom is too cool on his bed and everything. I don't know if, again, like Iverson is tougher than Kyrie and he's relentless. I think that's the thing about AI that's not talked about enough. That's like you talk about you hate motor, AllBall, you hate a motor. AI's motor is different than Dame and all these guys too. He's getting on the court, he's not thinking about nothing, he's just playing ball. So that's why we say that whole motor thing is not overrated, you know. But Kyrie's motor is kind of close, and when he's on that court, he's more skilled to me than AI. He's taking better shots, everything.
I saw a college coach say just a couple minutes ago. College coach that coaches, I think at Cal Bakersfield, one of them schools out in California. Motherfucker said, if you ain't got no motor, you ain't getting no scholarship.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. You could come and play. You could come try to play. If you don't got a motor, you ain't getting a scholarship. So yeah.
All right. So can I ask y'all a question? And this is a big if, right? But this is what we do. If Dame Lillard stays with Milwaukee, let's say Giannis, because remember, it's not guaranteed Giannis is gonna stay. He still has to sign the extension, right? Let's say they stay together for 4 years. Let's just say if Dame Lillard wins two rings, what would the conversation be?
That he's
what do you mean?
Great. What do you mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
all right. What about him would change? So if have some championships now.
No. So if we're talking about some of the greatest small guards to ever do this as far as scoring, we know the guys. You got Curry, you got Dame, you got Kyrie, you got Isaiah Thomas, you got Allen Iverson. To me, those are the 5 small scoring guards of all time, right? Where would Dame Lillard be
Tiny.
if he had a championship with you?
Tiny.
Tiny, yeah, Nate,
6'3"
Tiny
and under,
Archibald.
we're saying we're saying 6'3" and under.
Yeah, we were saying something
Okay.
like that. Something
Yeah,
like that.
6'3" and under. I think those are the cream of the crop. Where would Dame Lillard be at if he had 1 or 2 rings?
I think they're like the way you guys always bring up rings. You know, I don't, but the way y'all do is the way most people do. So to say like that it wouldn't change is a complete lie. He moves up in so many people's lists because look at how you treat Charles Barkley. Look at why LeBron feels so much pressure to go to Miami to get rings because of how we talk about rings. For me, it wouldn't change. It would be how Lillard wins, how he plays along Giannis. The fact that you can play another All-NBA dude like that and win and dominate, that's what I expect from Dame Lillard. So for us here, no, of course it wouldn't change because we think he's a winner. He just wasn't in a winning situation, but we know he plays a winning style of basketball. It's just that he doesn't have the team. But to say that winning 2 rings wouldn't impact what his name is a lie, especially with a guy like Giannis.
He didn't say that. He's asking us where do I think he'd be.
No, but when I asked
y'all,
y'all all look stumbled as if it wouldn't do anything.
Because
it just shows the hate
I don't
for
think
Dame.
Even if he wins 2 rings, I don't think he's a better scoring point guard than Allen Iverson. But I think he'll be better than Kyrie. I'll give you that.
But here's my thing. I think that his situation is unique. He's going into his 11th year or his 12th season. And so now at 12 seasons, you go and you get your trade that you want and you go play next to Giannis and you win, right? For me, it doesn't move. Like he's going into the 12th season of his career. Like had this happened in the midst of his prime and shit like that, maybe it would feel different. But he gets a ring or 2. That doesn't move him for me on no list and no like
it moves me on
for me
list.
it doesn't.
No, for me it moves me on list all time, but scoring versus those guys, I know what he is as a scorer. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. He does move on my list all time if he wins 2 rings for sure. I don't have a list though, it's like to tell you where, but he would definitely move up, no doubt. But how
often do they bring up Kyrie's name because he won the ring with LeBron because he had the game-winning shot in the finals?
Yo, they live off Kyrie. They live Kyrie fans.
See,
I'm sorry, Dom. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. And y'all can go after this. Kyrie fans been living off that 1 ring his whole career. His whole career. So for people to sit up here and say, well, if Dame get 1, it doesn't mean anything, or if he doesn't get none, he's overrated. Nah. We can't do that. Look at facts over stats. He like, yo, it's facts over stats. Like, yo, if Dame had a winning team, if he was with an organization, we know the drill. The guy y'all vouch for, Ant-Man, y'all know for a fact, unless he get out of Minnesota, of course he's gonna get all the money he can. Great player. But what we gonna be talking about if guys is not having the right talent put around them and then not winning no basketball games? Dame Lillard has an opportunity right now, and for people to say if he dominates, Flea, let's just say this season,
it's just validation for me. It just validates his greatness. For me, it doesn't move you above Steph or closer to Steph, or now you could sit at the table with Magic because you could throw a couple hardware on the table. It doesn't move any. It just validates who he is already, and he's great. I had the argument with you guys the other day in terms of if he's a top 10 point guard all time. For me, when I break it down for just everything in terms of that position, I got him in there. But if he wins next to Giannis, goes to Milwaukee, a team that's already won a championship, you a big piece to that, you add into them, I just don't think that like now I look at Damian Lillard in a different light. No, that just validates what he get. Chris Paul wins the ring in Golden State. It's not going to move him nowhere. It's just going to validate him as a great guard.
For me,
I think it just validates him. We already know he's a great guard.
No, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Chris Paul. Hold on a second. That's a good question though. Who would be validated more right now? Chris Paul wins the ring versus Dame Lillard? Because Chris Paul still has to prove himself in a way. He's 40 years old, but he still got to prove himself. In a way, Dame has to prove it. Yo, bro, it's different when you're just trying to make the playoffs and you're getting past the second round conference finals. You are expected to win the championship and perform, not be Giannis' just sidekick. No, you're supposed to be the #1 scorer on that Bucks team.
That's not necessarily true.
On the biggest stage, why not?
Had me until that part. You had me until that part. I don't know he's going to be the #1 scorer. He may not average more points than Giannis.
But we just said that. I mean, the other day I noticed.
I know. We said the other day.
Yeah.
But I agree with. Keep going though. Everything else you were saying, I agree with.
But
The different when
I'm just saying, performing like for Flea to say he's just. You're right. He's confirming what we think of him, not what we know, because that's where I gotta agree with Dom all the time. We gotta see it on the big stage. You gotta show and prove. So to say that winning a ring just means confirmation, no. This does. Come on, the rings bring the allure, especially from people in China, people around internationally. They look at them rings, man. They look at it when it's just totally different. They do.
I get that, but we have in-depth conversations, not what the casual fan is talking about. So that's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
I want to ask you and Dom.
Excuse me.
Hold on. I think the people the audience that we have and the four of us right here, I don't think we fall in the category of just watching games when they're on ABC and national like we love this shit.
Yeah,
so we're
fanatics.
we're a little more invested.
Yeah.
The people in the comments, the people that rock with us, they invested in this shit. So I'm just saying.
So stay right there. No, stay right there. Why do you think Kyrie comes up that much though? Because he performed on the high stage.
No, because I just think we're wowed by how talented and effortless he is with the basketball. Me personally, I'm just being honest. I forget that Kyrie has a championship. I forget that Kyrie's been to 3 finals. Like that I know it, but it's not something that's right here for me. So I don't know.
So I want to ask Flea and Dom a question, because both of y'all is kind of on the same as far as with the Dame Lillard thing. Kevin Garnett wins that 1 ring. That put his career.
I'm glad you said that.
The talks on a whole nother level. Why wouldn't Dame Lillard get that same respect and props? Yeah.
Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that right?
No, he wouldn't.
But do you think?
Do y'all remember that right? Go ahead, Dom.
Do you think Damian Lillard is going to have as big of an impact on this ring potentially as a Garnett had in his?
Yes. Without Dame Lillard, without Dame Lillard on this team is not one of the favorites.
Okay, here's my thing. Damian Lillard is the clear number 2. He's going to be the closer though. On this team, he's the clear number 2. That team, Garnett, it was like a 1A.
Was the clear number 2.
Garnett being the 1A.
He was the clear.
I disagree.
Number 2. He was the clear. He was the
Pierce?
Yes.
Even close. Yes.
It wasn't close. Oh, you niggas is crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
On offense?
That's why I started this at the beginning. I said, hold up. Do we remember this the right way? Do we remember this the right way?
Defense is not even close. Offensively, that's Paul Pierce's team. It's not even close.
I understand.
That's fine. But go ahead, Don.
I kind of agree, but it was very 1A, 1B. The PPG was separated by like what, 2 or 3 points throughout the season. Like it was very close. It might be like that though. With
Paul Pierce
with
wasn't 28 a night.
Yeah.
I said Don. Paul Pierce wasn't 28 a night. And just this offensive juggernaut.
But the season that Garnett was with the Celtics, he wasn't 28 a night either. He was like 20.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the scoring load was really spread between the 3 of them.
Right.
It really was. It wasn't Pierce.
Sure,
it wasn't
talent.
Pierce. It wasn't Pierce just, controlling the game.
That's actually really good. I'm actually really happy you made that. That's a tricky
yes.
shot.
It's something to think about. Let me ask you a question.
Garnett's a better player than Dame, though. Do you guys not agree?
Of course.
Yes, he's 7 feet and playing both front and right. So right. To me, I'm not making that comparison. But what I'm saying is, let me ask y'all a question. If Garnett doesn't have that ring, is he considered? Remember, some of us got him top 3, top 4 greatest power forwards all time. Is this solidified if he don't have that championship?
Yeah. Yes.
It definitely helped him. It definitely helped.
Wow.
And this is going to help Dame.
But it is.
Huh?
It is. I agree with you, Dom. It helped him, but I don't think he drops down the list because if he didn't get that ring.
Well, do you think
I think for a lot of people he does.
I think he would be viewed more on the same level as Malone and Barkley, though, if he didn't have it, as opposed to people putting him above.
But then that's a conversation that we need to start having.
We should,
right? We really need to have a conversation because people flip flop with that shit. Either you care about rings or you don't.
Right.
Yeah. Either you care or you don't, because we can't use the ring conversation to, prop up our argument when it sounds good and then say fuck the rings when we talk about certain guys, right? Because that can't prop up Kevin Garnett. So one ring. I mean, we're looking at Kevin Garnett differently now because he got one ring. Mind you, Tim got 5. And
well, that's
you
why
know what I'm saying.
Tim.
Like, what do we like?
No,
I don't know.
That's why I'm
we
taking
can't.
Timmy all day though. That's why I'm not even. I'm with the.
See,
with
that's
the
foul.
Some guys hold Kevin Garnett in so much high regard. And 99.9% of that is because of that championship. That's not diminishing his rating.
I don't think.
I disagree with that. Go ahead, too. But I disagree.
And it's not just one ring. That's 3 years in a row that Boston was on a different level.
Right. Facts over stats. I love this. And he's right. Straight out of high school, league MVP, defensive player of the year. Legendary. But what that one championship did for Kevin Garnett put him in a whole nother stratosphere.
So?
That's a fact. He'll tell you that. Yeah. Anything
I don't agree with that.
I just think the point guard position might have more competition all time than power forward. Honestly, I might have. I think some
of these guys are just that great to where when they do get the opportunity to win a chip, it is literal validation. It's just literal validation on the greatness of these guys. Like I said, I would really love to have a conversation about when do we want to talk about rings and when do we not? Because
rings. I just think that the KD and the Warrior ones were a little easier than most.
But that's what I'm saying. Because now we have that conversation. It's like there's people out there that says KD doesn't have any rings.
But Flea, you know why that's not fair? No, but you know why that's not
stupid.
You
mean the guy on the top level?
No. Steph Curry's rings don't count.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I say with the Kevin. These are the reasons why I respect Kevin Durant's rings because they was against the GOAT.
Stop! You don't believe that.
Hold on.
You're even in your top 5.
It's disingenuous. He's a fucking slick ass. It's disingenuous. It's not even real.
So
it's not even being real.
This is real. This is real.
You are not. This is not a dream.
If Kevin Durant went against another team in the East that didn't have top 2, top 3, some guys haven't won, greatest player of all time, do you have an argument? He beat, for some people, the GOAT. He's not my GOAT, but some people have him as the GOAT.
And some people have Kobe as the GOAT, and Garnett beat him. So we can do that all day.
See, I like what Mr. BG said, man.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
If Chris Webber wins a ring, do we think of him differently? And that's what Dom asked me to think about Patrick Ewing. About Patrick Ewing. But see, here's my thing. When you ask a question like that, that means that person would have had to do something to prove to me that he's playing championship caliber basketball all the time. Like we're used to seeing champions. We don't see you falter in the playoffs. That's why when we saw KG in Boston, we were like, we need to see the same KG in Minnesota on this different level because it is different when you get to the after. Like Dom always says, after that second round, it's a different kind of ball. You gotta be able to show up.
After the first round these days, you play against the second round. Who was Milwaukee? Milwaukee and Boston last year, the second round. That was like a conference final series, 2022.
But I think that's a great player to bring up. Kind of what I was saying. We would talk more about a player like Chris Webber if he won a ring.
Facts.
I don't think we would talk more about a player like Kevin Garnett if he didn't win a ring. We wouldn't talk less about Kevin Garnett. I don't think those I don't think those two players are even on the same level in terms of. Go ahead, Don.
Let me ask you guys a question. We know we can all agree in this chat, right? Except maybe AllBall push back. You guys think Damian Lillard the best player on the championship team, like a consensus best player on the championship team?
No.
I don't either.
Hold on. You asking could he be?
Yeah.
Yes.
With a second option that's definitely worse than him, though. Kind of like how Steph has had Klay Thompson.
I do not think Damian Lillard can be the best player on the championship team.
I think he could. Once again, no.
Who would you put next to him?
Once again,
would be the second guy, like Pascal.
But do you see the disrespect Damian Lillard gets? What people do unintentionally? That is crazy.
That's not
you just laugh.
He's like 6'3", and his best attribute is to score. It's hard. Remember we talked about only Steph has done.
When he step across half, you gotta guard him.
And
what are we talking about?
But okay, I'll let him take a 40-footer.
So
I'll live with the percentages.
So you telling me if you put, and I want Fabian's opinion on this, or y'all, if you put the proper team around Dame Lillard, like how everybody else has the proper team, where you give him a solid Chris Middleton, Klay Thompson, you get him a Draymond Green, you get him a Steve Kerr head coach, you get him a bench. You telling me he can't lead a team to the motherland.
But again, you have to have that many complementary pieces around him. Like it takes more
Everybody
around
believes
him.
that, Fabian.
Yeah, of
He's
course.
saying that. He's saying that.
No, 1,000%. But Steph Curry, that off the ball is what changes him versus Kyrie and versus everybody. Dame doesn't have that. They were blitzing him off the pick and roll. At half court, they were blitzing. We were just talking about that. Yo, JJ Redick has an ill YouTube side by side with Drew Holiday and Dame Lillard talking about each other. And they broke down how, they would just give me a half court. I couldn't do anything. They stopped that with Steph Curry 10 years ago, bro.
No,
you were no longer the ball, Steph. Right, but they started making him go off ball and play more two guard. With Dame, we haven't seen that. So, and this guy, Pagon 180 on YouTube made a great point. Chris Webber doesn't have an MVP like Barkley, Malone, or KG. Dame Lillard was in the MVP conversation. How often? That's my thing with
very seldom.
So when you say can he be the number one guy for a championship team, he's not an MVP candidate to me to get that.
Me neither.
To get that.
Well, see, to facts over stats point, he's never had the ability to play off the ball. He's had the ability to play off the ball. Like I think we kind of poo-poo those years that CJ McCollum was there. Like CJ, he was really good. CJ was a all-star level player.
Yes,
he never made an all-star, but I promise you this though, AllBall. If CJ made an all-star game, maybe one or two, you talk about him right now.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. You would. Because the fact that he was one of the best 24 players in the league at 1 season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons.
Okay.
You would have talked about him because he was right next to Dame. But because he doesn't have that accolade, it's like, okay, now. But CJ played all-star level basketball many seasons next to Dame.
With that. I agree with that.
He had the ability to play off of it if he wanted to.
But can we agree, like y'all said with, I think, Curry and Clay, clear cut, Damian Lillard was a way better player than CJ. This reminds me of Portland. Listen, when you go to a Portland Trailblazers, look what happened to the great Clyde. Same thing with Dame. You be there all them years. The only difference is he ain't make no finals with Portland. You be there all them years, like a Clyde, do the best you can. The organization can't get you nobody, can't do nothing. You go to a Houston, now your skill set shows what you can bring to the table. Now you get that chip. Clyde Drexler with that chip, even though he was still great, that's what puts him in an argument of one of the greatest shooting guards of all time.
No, it doesn't.
I'm saying
I don't agree with that.
He was already.
He was there. I don't.
He took us into the finals twice.
Twice in the finals.
When the last time
could have been
you
3
heard
in a
anybody
row?
Talk about Clyde Drexler when we on these platforms as far as great shooting
The
guards?
people that watch the 90s talk about it.
Yeah, and again, it's the
ring don't help.
Of course it does.
Ring back.
Nah,
What did I say?
be real.
It validates who Clyde is. But Clyde was Clyde, regardless of going playing with Houston.
Like you do, Flea. I don't really. It's crazy because I do not think of Clyde Drexler on Houston. But when you were talking about him right now, I just thought about Portland. And again, AllBall's right. I had to start like going, yo, Clyde. What's his name from Twitter? Coach Million, Don. He started posting the videos of Clyde Drexler going left, and I'm like, yo, for some reason in my brain, I just said he couldn't go left as a kid, and I just believed that. But there's so much.
He was great left. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
No, he was good, and at 35, he was locking up Grant Hill, who was a young stud in 95, 96. Like Clyde Drexler is totally overlooked, and a part of the reason why is because like it's not like he didn't show up in the finals. It's just because he didn't win, and he was up against Mike. That it does play a part into the people's eyes, Flea. That's what I'm saying. Maybe not us, of course not. But you think it doesn't, but there's a reason why Stephen A and Skip Bayless and them choose certain topics to talk about because it's just a hot topic, and because of people talking about it like that.
But I said we've had conversation. Me and you have had conversation ourselves about those Portland Trailblazers teams and about how fucking good they was 90, 91, 92. Like how good that team was, and
Robert Pack on the bench,
right? But they just couldn't get over the hump. Like they had a really solid five, a bunch of guys that were not just okay, really, really good players. Stop it, BG. Stop that.
Yo,
disrespectful, baby.
Hey, Flea, Dame Lillard, his whole career did nothing but run into juggernauts. Like he was in the West.
The New Orleans Pelicans are a juggernaut.
I'm talking about Golden State Warriors.
Okay, they played them twice.
Let's not forget.
3 years.
Hold on. Was that the Pelicans with prime Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday in them?
Yeah, it was.
Prime
Yeah,
AD. That was AD.
What's wrong?
See,
That-
here we
that
go.
is
See,
solid.
Prime.
That is
see, see,
But it's
see,
also
this-
prime.
That's what I'm
Dame and
saying.
CJ, too. It's also prime Dame.
I mean, that's a backcourt with Rondo and Drew Holiday. Like that I think it's kind of sick.
come
It
on.
is.
They had Dame and CJ in hell.
Come
Like
on,
they
man.
had them
So fun to
in
watch. I love that.
hell.
No,
That
but flip
series,
that. But flip
They
that
had
to
them in
That's-
hell, boy.
That's my thing. That's my thing, old boy. That's why he's not the MVP guy.
Hey.
Because he couldn't figure that out.
Nah,
Like what was
I
what
can't
was
go
the
with
counter
that.
to? Of course.
Nah,
What's the
I
counter to
can't.
getting a half
No,
court
but
trap?
ball, you say he runs into juggernaut. That's how you get the 8th seed every year. You run
No,
into
no,
the
all right. Now, stay right there. Watch this. Look, beautiful. I love it. See, when me and Dom get into
shit,
it, pause.
yeah.
I love it. Now, watch this. Watch this. Besides that 1 year Iverson went to the championship, what was his playoff records?
No facts. I think people overlooked that with Iverson. He had a lot of.
You mean
guys probably know that better than I?
people like you?
One run.
Right. Yeah, thank you, Fabian. Yeah, hey. Say it again, Fabe.
People like you just overlooked that for the last hour.
But you talk. But here's the thing, though.
Big
Too.
time win.
But here's the thing, though. Too. You will try to slight Iverson for not having a great playoff record, only making the finals once, but you did make the finals,
Right. No.
right? You're
Right, right,
okay.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Final,
No.
won 4 games in the conference final. Dame didn't win 1. He got swept, and KD missed every
Yes.
game and had a double-digit lead
Yes.
every game.
Yes. Now watch. Hold on, Fleet. Hold on, Fleet. Can I please respond?
Yeah, because no, I wasn't. I just was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
that-
sorry.
I was just saying that we can't use that against Iverson, but prop up Dame because he dragged all of these teams. Iverson's next. Who was Iverson's second best player going into that finals in
He had.
2001?
Hold on.
Who was the
had
second best
Mutombo.
player?
He had.
Mutombo.
He had
Oh
one of the
my
greatest.
God!
That's one of the greatest defensive big men of all time. Really?
Yo. Yeah.
No. Hold on. No.
Yeah. I'm not
Hold on,
answering that. I don't care.
You telling me? Look.
I'm not answering that because I don't care.
You
That's
telling
not
me-
the point.
No.
I'm asking you who's the second best player. You talking about the Kembe Mutombo? Get the fuck out of here.
Please.
Aaron McKee, Eric
Please.
Snow,
Listen.
George
Dom,
Lynch.
Hold on. No.
Hey,
Listen what Dom does.
Matt Geiger.
Wait. Listen.
Like, come on.
Hold on.
Comment,
Listen
say
what Dom.
yes or no if you think Dame is top 10.
No. Listen.
Just give me yes or no.
No. Listen.
Yeah,
Listen.
yeah.
Fellas. Listen what Dom does. For the last couple of days, he kills me with this. All ball. Dame Lillard got swept.
Yo,
He only got to the first round.
Yo,
Right.
real-
Right.
real-
Hold on.
real quick,
But then-
real quick too. Shout out to Marcus Hatton. Marcus Hatton is
man.
in the building.
Wow. Marcus Hatton is in
Manhattan.
the building. Big shout out
to
Marcus Hatton.
Yeah.
Now, Dom always goes, your old ball. Dame Lillard only got to the first round. He got swept. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. But remember, we was on live and we said, since his second year in the league, he's been to the playoffs every year. Can we say that about Iverson?
That he's what?
Dame Lillard, since his second year in the league, besides last year, because remember, they gave up. He's been to the playoffs every year. Can we say that about Iverson? His first 10 years in the league.
No. But like
He's-
you said,
He's
but
missed
like,
a couple and lost
but
in the
like
first
you-
round too, right?
But like you said, I'd love to do the exercise of going back and looking at Allen's rosters.
Yeah.
Let's go look at Allen's rosters. Like you
Oh,
like
nah,
that?
nah,
You
well,
like
hey,
you like that? You like that exercise
That's
too?
that Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll. Look, that's that shoulder roll. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like that exercise?
Come
I
on.
would love to go look at Philly's rosters and Philly's coach before Larry Brown got there.
You forgetting
I would
Larry Brown and Philly and them boys were out east also. They weren't having any playoff run if they were playing out west where Dame is at.
Come
And we got to keep it 1,000. The West has been popping for my whole lifetime, damn near.
No, it's not. Not your whole lifetime. Cut it out.
2000.
Yeah.
2000.
The 80s might have been the best. No. Even in the 90s. Early 90s, mid 90s, the West was tougher.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Really?
Can I ask y'all a question? If we
more
step back,
parity.
right? If we step back in hindsight, right? If that's the right time to use that word, we step back, strip the MVPs, strip the MVP. This is my new thing now. I'm taking away all accolades because we let the accolades get to us. Take away the accolades, take away Iverson with the braids and the culture shock and just what he meant to the culture and to us, right?
How you
And we
expect
just going
this to take
No,
that?
no, no,
away?
hold
But
on,
go
hold on.
ahead. Go ahead.
and we just
He ain't making the team.
no, and we just watching. You telling me Iverson is that much better than Dame Lillard?
He's better.
I disagree. Better handle, but me watching it, I'm saying strip away everything.
Allen the era that Allen played in and what he did is what it. No, listen, the era that he played in and what he did is what makes him here and Dame right here. In terms of just what Allen did in the time that he did it. It's tough.
I give you that.
It's tough to do it. The times that he did it, this dude led the league in scoring 4 times in his career. That's crazy.
Yes.
For a guy that's 6 feet. And he might be dime height. Like, come on. Like, what?
I don't think I'm as tall as Iverson, sadly.
Let's not forget. Hey, Fabian, did he have the ultimate green light? That could be a topic too. Who had the most? Who had the?
Yeah, they both got the same.
Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Damian Lillard is looking everybody off to do what he does.
They purposely built a defensive team around Iverson just so he can be the only one to shoot the ball. They've never done that for nobody else. Are you kidding me?
Okay, then what was Al-Farouq Aminu and Mo Harkless there for? To shoot the ball? They were there to defend because Dame and CJ couldn't guard anybody. But the problem also was they had a bad defensive center too. Ennis Cantor, Nurkic. They had a rim protecting center that would have been nice.
Say them names again.
Al-Farouq Aminu and Mo Harkless.
No, the other 2 you said after
Yusuf Nurkic and Ennis Cantor.
Can't even say that shit without grinning, man. Stop it, man.
And then
Ennis Cantor.
He's full of shit. He's full of shit. He's 2 bum ass niggas.
He's full of
out of
no, but two full of shit because if Phoenix is good, 2's gonna beat them out. I don't want to talk about nobody else, but Nurkic, man, that Nurkic, he was big for them. He was big for them. You see, that's the bullshit.
Nurkic is not a good defensive player, but you can throw it down to him for a bucket or 2.
All I'm gonna say is this: I need people to at Dame because if they don't win, the barrage of apples and tomatoes I'm gonna get thrown at me. I might need a job being Dame's show for some because I might get fired.
You just like him a lot, huh?
No, I think Dame is very. Just let me be real quick, serious. I think Dame is very underrated. I think it's not saying us, but I think it's a lot of hate on Dame. I think he was in the league at a time where the love for Steph Curry, which he deserved it because he's a great player, it's hard to go against that. Dame has some great years, man. I'm
about to give you a trump card right here.
No.
I'm gonna give you the Hadouken.
Yo, when you named those rosters the other day, it's times they was the 3rd seed.
They got the 3rd seed one time, and Anthony Davis swept them. Got the brooms out.
But to even get the 3rd seed with that roster, and you being a 6'2" guard,
it's impressive. It was an off year for the West, but it was impressive.
We wouldn't have a problem with Dame like he did with AI. Man, what are you talking about?
Kobe had a problem with Iverson. Oh, you're talking
about Damian Lillard's first game in the NBA was against the Lakers. After the game,
Nash got hurt.
After and Nash got hurt by Damian Lillard. They bumped knees, right?
Yeah.
After the game, Kobe Bryant said, "Whoever that kid is, I don't know who he is. Whoever that kid is fucking tough. Is a problem."
And Fleets, Kobe is the only player that I've ever heard keeps it real about plays. He said that about Dame, about Kevin Durant, about Curry, all Kawhi before they became great.
Kawhi, Russ,
right?
Those guys.
And what about the players that he don't give props to? They got holes in their game. Harden. I don't say trash, but he
Well, we're not trash, but we exaggerate. But
now Fish want to bring out the violins when we telling him facts about what Kobe. Kobe is the one who said that 6'6" shit about Iverson, but now Kobe can't double down on Dame. That don't make, yo, Fish another one.
Fish, yo, no, I got it ready for my Hadouken.
Let's go.
Right, so remember when Steph Curry got hurt in 2016 against the Rockets, the first round?
Right.
And the Portland Trailblazers had 2 games in Golden State without Curry to get a win. And Sean Livingston dominated.
Yes.
And they were up 2-0. They were 2-1. Curry comes back and goes off in the 4th. Come on. He should have gotten the game. But you know why they didn't? Because they should have even been there. Because the only reason they got there is because Chris Paul and Blake got hurt. They shouldn't have been there.
Oh, back to this again.
The Hadouken was ready so he could talk about his clip.
No,
I like what you did.
I
like what you did.
Terrible.
I like what you did, guys.
Forget no KD. There was no Steph Curry for those first 2 games. They could have, if they had won one of those 2 games at Oracle, it may have been a better series. Instead,
they were up 15 in both those games.
And I thought that was in the 2019 you're talking about.
Okay, that's a different seat. Okay, that's a different year.
Bro,
yeah.
I know it was a 73-9, but they didn't have Curry.
Dame
Forget.
Dame Lillard's running Portland. All the success they had is solely because of Dame Lillard.
Well, no, you got
nobody else.
Some credit. The first year they didn't have CJ, they didn't
Give
even
him
make the
credit
playoffs.
for what?
The first year they didn't have CJ, they didn't even make the playoffs. So maybe CJ was why they were making the playoffs.
As good as
Who's the better rapper, Dame Lillard or Jewels? What's his name? Jules.
they both garbage. Let's get to that.
Dame was alright. I like Dame.
Well, you buys out.
You a Hall of
Never.
Nigga talking about Joel Santana like that?
No, I do what?
Jesus.
Look at
Iverson called himself Jules.
Them niggas embarrassed us
Dame
against
is
the
awesome,
Locks.
I love
Trash.
Dame is
Iverson
great.
was
That was a bad.
Yeah.
But now it all makes sense. That's why you want to jump out the window with that Rick Ross, Jada Kiss shit. Because they came and spanked y'all.
No.
They came and spanked them niggas from Harlem.
No.
Spanked y'all. It was bad.
Listen,
I remember it.
I'm gonna tell you what happened real quick. Remember when Ross did the freestyle over the Barry White beat? And I ain't heard that in so long. And I said, they be trying to they sleeping on the big fella. Pause. Albums, songs, wordplay. I'm gonna be honest. He might got kicked, man. I'm sorry.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this live.
All right, we ain't gotta do
Why
that.
not?
I ain't doing this.
No.
I ain't doing this
We
live.
save it for the next time.
Yeah. I ain't doing this live.
For sportsmen,
Yes, sir.
IG Live,
Yes, sir.
Dime Dropper, Fabian, Flea. I'm going to the grave. Dame Lillard might be a better scorer than Allen Iverson, and we're going to see this year with him having the proper team around him, like all the other GOATs, all the other greats.
So I mean,
Now,
yeah.
let's see what happens when Milwaukee play Golden State in the odds is even. Yeah, then we
The
going.
odds won't be even because the Warriors aren't very good. They're not
The Warriors
Flea,
are not good.
anymore.
Look, Flea, he ran right into what y'all told me. Debate. Got him.
What's the
Look.
debate? The Warriors are an old team.
Yeah. Now they old. I love it.
I don't think you saw it last year.
No, you saw it. What you talking about?
No, you were just saying on Sunday. What you mean the Warriors are a great team? They just got a lot beaten in the second round. On your live last week when Fish was talking to you about great teams.
Watch this. And I've been saying, oh yeah, they're not a great team. But you know what everybody say every year?
Oh God.
As long as they got that backcourt and Draymond, they always got
I'm not
Count them
I
out.
think Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are just like they got to really prove something to me this year. They look old last year.
They still got Andrew Wiggins.
Last year they looked old, but they're 2 years removed from a championship.
They got,
So we could talk.
they got
Like
Looney.
we
talking about?
could talk.
Poole was so
we could-
massive for them.
The curse of Jordan
I don't
Poole.
think
The
Klay
curse.
Thompson, dude, I think Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, like it's
Flea, they got
twilight
Kevon
now.
Looney.
He's
What you
awesome.
talking about?
Looney's great. He's gonna be.
Looney is
He's
great.
great.
See?
Looney is great.
Right.
Looney is great.
Looney is great in his role.
Looney is great in his role.
But they got
Draymond
Kuminga.
Green.
They
Let's
got
be honest.
Kuminga. They got Wiggins. They got the greatest point guard of all time.
Whoa,
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't go that. I agree with.
Why you talking like that? Like they won.
Nah,
They won. He's won.
They
y'all
won in
making
the
an
past,
excuse.
but I think they're old.
Steph been winning on the watch of a lot of greatness.
Flea.
So
Awesome.
we can cut the shit.
Hey,
Steph
Faye.
been winning.
Draymond doesn't look
on
at the
the watch.
basket at half of the season.
They let-
and half of the season.
They let Dame Lillard even the odds. We
There's
about
no
to
even
see,
the odds. It's
we
Bucks.
about to.
No.
What?
It's Bucks, Celtics,
This
Nuggets,
is the first time
and
Dame
Suns
ever had a great
and
team.
Lakers are the
Nuggets-
first tier.
Nuggets. No, Don. No.
They just won a championship.
Dame will
So
get
what?
kicked or will get cooked against the Warriors still.
You're
So what, Don?
no.
Y'all better
So
hope
what?
the Warriors make the
You think the Warriors
playoffs.
better than Denver?
No, I don't think that, Don. But
Oh.
my point being with Denver did nothing to get better. And when championship teams don't do anything to get better, I don't put them right back in the spot. When they lose something, they don't replace it and they don't do anything to get better. I'm not putting Denver in there just because they won the championship 6 months ago. Yeah.
I don't think that anyone until I see a Western Conference team play better basketball than them, though, I can't pick them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to hear.
that's
Like
fair.
Murray and Jokic and Aaron Gordon are like right in the smack dab of their prime.
There's
you know
a-
what I mean?
There's a lot of teams that win championships that, you come back and you do it again, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we haven't seen a team win back-to-back championships in 5 years, right?
Right,
It's been a
right.
different champion for the last 5 years, which I
Yeah.
love. I love it. But what I'm saying is that a lot of these teams, they don't tweak anything. They don't do anything different and come back and try to repeat. So staying pat the way Denver did and losing a guy like Bruce Brown, we laughed at Jeff Green, but Jeff Green was a contributor.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't
agree.
Let me ask
don't
you
know.
this, AllBall. Let me ask you this though. Do you think there's any team besides Boston that Milwaukee should see in a series and say, I don't know about this team. We might not beat them. Like if you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, not the players. So if you're a Bucks fan, every other team besides Boston, I feel like you should be saying we should beat them.
I'm gonna give you two teams that if they meet in the West, is going to be a problem.
West?
Yes, in the chip. I don't.
I'm just talking about the East right now.
No.
In the East.
Besides
is there anybody that
besides Boston, there's no other threat. If Milwaukee is healthy, there's no other threat in the ball in the East except Boston.
And the Knicks.
And I don't think Boston has that much of a threat as people give them. I give them a shot, but I would still take Milwaukee.
But even matchup though, don't you think that's an even playing field?
No, I don't think so. I think Milwaukee got the edge.
Okay.
I think by how much?
But yeah,
by how much? I'm interested to hear that. By how much?
A slight edge, not much, but
where's the edge?
Giannis.
Okay.
The overrated Giannis.
Last week, though, didn't you?
Yes. No, but
it's still a fact.
I'm just being all right. I'm just being fair. I'm just saying, Boston taking a step back. My opinion, I like the Drew pickup, but until they get a solid big man, you can't tell me on that front court, Al Horford, who's older, who did do a great job against Embiid. I don't expect him to do that all season and in the playoffs. And as we always say, this person is injury prone. This person, so is Porzingis. So, you know, and once again, it's hard for me. I've been saying it for years, Flea, and y'all been on here with me. Well, not years. I don't believe in Tatum and Brown together. I just don't.
Okay, that's fair.
And
you have been consistent with that.
Can I ask you guys a question? Go ahead,
real quick. I also think we haven't seen. I like Tatum. Don't get me wrong. I like Brown. Drew Holiday is the only guy we've seen in the championship put on like a crazy playmaking performance in the championship. It was dope. But Giannis has showed up when it was big time. When the clock was on. Dame Lillard, Dame time is forget about it. When you have two guys like that, like Dame, I don't think. Giannis opens things up for Dame. Dame is going to open so many things up for Giannis. And remember, now the offensive load is going to be even lighter on Middleton and Giannis. Guess what? That leaves more for Giannis to do on the defensive end. All that talk we were doing with Giannis talking to Hakeem Olajuwon about offense, we never spoke about defense. What if you gave him a tip or two about how to really get the edge on defense? And he's really going to...
Like, he's already a great defender, right?
Like, he's going to... What about all these pick and rolls or the pick and pop you're going to see with Giannis rolling to the rim and Dame on the alley-oop? Who's going to stop that on the Celtics? What did Fish say now?
Be great.
No, I'm laughing at Flea. I'm like, well, Fish, I ain't paying Fish no mind.
Brunson is the edge. Brunson is the edge, Fish. You know better.
When I start winning arguments, they start talking about our Knicks. And like Flea said, I'm not falling into it.
Don't fall into
the Warriors.
Let me ask y'all a question before we get out of here. Boston, Milwaukee, their first five, Boston's first five, Milwaukee's first five. You put them on the baseline. Can we talk about 1 through 10? How do we rank the players? Who has the best players? You know what I'm saying? Like because you said Milwaukee has the edge.
Yes.
I think collectively the first five, Boston may have a better five. But if you put that 10 on the baseline, what y'all think? What y'all think?
Do the first five real quick. Let's do it.
Giannis is first. Do we all agree?
No. Let's go. Let's start from point guard, shooting guard.
I thought you were ranking them 1 to 10.
I was talking about ranking the best players through 1 through 10.
Okay,
first five.
Okay.
You know, like so.
Giannis is number one.
Do we agree?
Giannis is your one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Unanimous.
Tatum has to be second.
I'm
right?
going.
Yes.
Yeah. Dame Lillard is third.
I agree.
Okay. I'm fine with Dame being third and JB being fourth.
Not for me.
Yes.
Not for me. I'm giving Chris Middleton. I'm giving Chris Middleton 4.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't think so.
He's very important.
I agree.
And hold on. Before we finish, just let me be the first to say, people keep forgetting Dame Lillard is going to help out Chris Middleton so much. It's going to give Chris Middleton an island to work on. 6'8", can shoot the hell out the ball, can post you up, got the mid-range. So I'm just telling y'all, it ain't going to be Giannis that's going to be crazy. It's going to be Middleton, but please, let's finish.
So I agree with Coach KP. So if we draft him, right, Giannis is going first in the draft. Tatum is going second. Dame is going third in the draft.
Right.
Then you said Middleton is going
But if
fourth.
y'all all say Brown, like I said, if y'all all
You
say
cool
Brown,
with-
then I'll go with Brown.
So
I'm not gonna argue.
Brown goes fourth.
Middleton five.
Middleton goes fifth.
Right.
Now this is where it gets
I don't know.
after that.
I may have to go with Drew Holiday. I mean, it's close with those two. To me, Drew Holiday just had a better season than Middleton.
I'm going
Middleton wasn't fully what?
6. Oh, I'm sorry. We still stuck on 5. I'm going with Middleton. To me, I'm
No, you
6-8
said Middleton
against.
was fourth, so Jalen Brown would be your fifth, right?
No, we had
No,
we
we
agreed that
switched
Middleton.
it.
We agreed that
Brown
was fourth and Middleton will go fifth. You were arguing
Fabian,
that
who you got
Drew,
fifth? Drew
Yeah.
or Middleton?
Drew.
Yeah.
You're going Drew. See,
Close though to me.
that's what I would do too. I would draft
Yeah.
Drew.
Defensively, who's
Yeah.
better than him? That's like, come on, like that's not even talk. You talk the way you talk about Dame. They don't even talk about Drew Holiday's defense. I don't know he got smoked last season by Butler and everything, but the last 7 years, the way again, I'm big on how the players totally respect another player. They go out of their way to salute Drew Holiday. They salute him.
They all say he's the most underrated player in the league when they get asked that every single.
I disagree. He gets
Real
all the
quick.
props he deserves. Stop.
Real quick.
Now he does.
This is what we
Real
do. We get all
quick.
the props he deserves. This whole season, all ball was saying, you know who I'm taking over a lot of the guards y'all like? Drew Holiday.
Because he got a ring now.
Hold on, y'all, real quick. Head coach for Norfolk State University, Coach Rob Jones, is in the building.
Oh, wow.
I think we need to show some love. Shout out to Coach Jones.
Yes, big
And-
shout out,
and-
Coach
and-
Jones.
And King Bell is in the building. Rashad Bell is in the building.
Yes,
So shout out to
Rashad Bell
Rashad.
in the building.
Shout out to
Yes.
Thanks for
Rashad.
tuning in. Four Sportsmen, AllBall
Yes,
TV.
Yes,
sir.
big shout out, man. We love it. Thank you.
But we can
Hold
go. We can go
on,
Holiday and then Middleton.
hold on. My New Orleans family's in the building, man.
Yes.
Play for LSU. He's in the building.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. My guy JE4. Yes, that's family right there.
New
Yeah,
Orleans.
and I gotta get him up. I gotta get him up here with us one day to talk about Coach Prime. Because, like I said, he was one of the top cornerbacks when he was recruited to go to LSU. That's my guy. That remember when I was out there and went to the Tulane game, and his son played for Tulane, and he's a coach on the top high school football out there where I think Ed Reed and them guys play. So big shot. That's my family. Yes, sir. New Orleans in the building. My family job.
Dope.
But
Continue to support us, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, please. So we agree. Giannis, Tatum, Dame, Brown, Middleton. And, no,
Drew
y'all said Drew.
Yeah, so we go Drew.
Well, yeah, how are we with that? We got Drew.
I want to go Drew at 5.
The only reason
Okay, so it's 3
I
of
say
us.
that if it was 2021 when they won the championship, there's a real strong argument for Middleton. But just because he had that serious injury and he hasn't fully gained that form back until the playoffs, he looked pretty good in the playoffs.
I just
last year.
Who's more valuable for the team, though? Is Middleton more valuable, or this new addition of Drew more valuable to Boston?
I think Middleton is, even though I think they don't win without Dame, but I think Middleton is the X factor. And in that championship run, and also the duration of them playing together, the whole basketball world always said it. If Middleton is healthy, Milwaukee Bucks is unstoppable.
That's not what
it showed.
That's since when?
Okay.
Shout out Kev Bell.
Shout out
You're talking about last
Kev Bell.
Smurda, what's going on?
Papa Smurda in the building. Listen, they don't win that championship without Chris Middleton.
They don't.
1,000%. I agree with that.
And we doing some
without Drew Holiday either. But
they don't. But I think Middleton is more streaky.
He's
and
the 6'8", 6'9" Drew Holiday. What are we talking about?
He don't D up like Drew Holiday. Nah.
I'm not saying on defense. Yeah, Drew Holiday's better defensively, but give me the guy that's 6'8", 6'9" that can shoot better. I'm sorry.
Not 6'9".
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's fair. I'm okay.
Better.
Yeah, I'm okay with that logic. Give me the guy that's bigger and can shoot over a defender. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But when you talk about a guy that literally every guard in the NBA, your elite of elite guards talk about, and some of your best wings, we're not even fuck the guards, some of your best wings say, this dude is a nightmare defensively. Like, when I'm going up against this dude, I got to bring my shit with me. My bag got to be full that night when I'm going and playing against Drew Holiday.
And Flea, that's what I mean, because it's not just elite talent, it's consistent. For me, it's not streaky. Chris Middleton, to me, his talent is scoring at that height, and it's not consistent enough for me. I think Drew Holiday, the fact that he's showing up every night like that, that's more dangerous. That's scarier to me.
I want us to finish because I don't, but Drew Holiday is a little streaky as well.
Yeah.
You're not going to
Yeah,
sit
he
here and
is.
tell me.
Yeah.
On offense,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
Yeah,
what,
No,
what I'm
offense,
saying, right?
yeah,
right.
offensively, yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
So I mean, I like I said, I don't want to argue with y'all. It's 3 against 1. I'll lose the vote. We can go Drew 5, Middleton 6. Now to me, 7 is where it get tricky. I'm gonna give you mine. Mine is Brook Lopez.
I'm okay with that.
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
Over Derek White.
I'm
too. That's a tough one though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And so at one point we got.
I don't think that's tough.
At one point we got to talk.
He's proven it on a big stage, and last year I got to watch him defend more, and he did a great job. And I didn't really watch Washington that much. So I'm gonna go with Lopez.
At some point we have to talk about somebody out there in the world has to talk about the transformation of Brook Lopez's game.
No, we gonna do it.
Have
That's
to
what we do.
The transformation of Brook Lopez's game, like this is a dude that leads Brooklyn's the Nets' franchise in scoring, and it's completely changed his game to fit today's big.
That he's the definition of underrated. When you talk about a player being underrated, not being valued enough, that's why they re-signed him, not being spoken about more in the basketball world when it comes to playing both ends of the court. When they talk about, oh, this person is the best two-way player, I'm not saying he's the best, but he should be in that conversation.
100%. Shout out NYC Prospect.
And
big shout out.
Yeah.
And he changed. He transformed his game on offense and defense. The last person I can really remember doing this is like Tim Duncan. Like that's why Tim Duncan was so ill. I mean, granted, of course, it's Tim Duncan, but Duncan changed on offense and defense in real time, and he won again in 2014.
How many? What's the word I'm looking for? When you got like 2010, then you got 2010 to 20, then you got errors. Look how many errors Brook Lopez lasted.
Yeah, he's played in
He only lasted 2 though. The first one he played 2 years?
Well, 08. He's an 08. He's a guy who can't. What year
he came in the league. If he came in the league in 08, that's 15 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's had a great career.
Yeah, he's had a hell of a career.
Going on 16 years.
No, I was definitely the biggest Brook Lopez fan in my high school. There's no doubt.
Yeah, so
that.
I mean, do we can we agree with Brook Lopez over White and over Porzingis?
Yeah. More valuable.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Now
White's
we didn't even say KP's name yet. Okay. So I thought we were talking about Lopez or Porzingis. I thought we were unanimous with Brook, to be honest.
We are.
I thought unanimous with Brook.
At 7, right?
Yeah.
Now watch
7.
So hold on. Out of the first 7 is Giannis, Dame, Lopez, and Middleton. So that's 4-3.
Okay, but now we go with Porzingis.
Not me. Go ahead. Who y'all got? Watch this. Nah, I'm not going with Porzingis. He ain't.
I would say Derek White.
Derek White's not going to.
You're going to go Pat.
You're
going to go Pat Connaughton.
You're right. He's going to start.
No,
I'll go Derek White.
I'm going Bobby Smurda Portis.
He's not going to start.
BP. I don't think BP might. I don't think BP's going to start.
He's not going to start.
Their bench is too skimpy. I feel what you're saying. OG. Definitely.
You said the first 10, so that's both starting 5. So
I think BP is going to come off the bench.
Okay.
Draw. It's a dead even draw because we all agree Connaughton is 10. So it doesn't matter.
I think his Connaughton is 10.
So it doesn't matter.
So damn,
we put 8 or 9 because Porzingis is one of them and White's the other one.
Yeah.
I think it does matter because out of the first 9, 5 go to Boston.
Okay, but you did out of the first 7, 4 go to Milwaukee. So you know what I'm saying?
Right, that's when
it's so even. It's great. We need this Eastern Conference Final. We need it. There's so many great
absolutely right, Dom.
And Fleet,
Holiday guarding Dame.
And why I said I give Milwaukee the slight edge because Milwaukee has the best play out of the whole group. Out of both.
You ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong with that.
We pray everybody stay healthy.
I also think
that Eastern Conference Finals is like must-see TV. You got to be locked in for that.
I think it's funny that their biggest issues are the exact opposite issues. We're worried about the Celtics defense on the interior, but the Bucks have great interior defense. We're worried about the Bucks defense on the perimeter, but the Celtics have great perimeter defense.
Great perimeter defense.
Great point, Dom.
Opposite. So I think it's so funny.
Yeah, great point, Dom.
The one thing that made me go with the Celtics having a small edge is having Drew to throw at Dame is going to be really good, man. What do they have for Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Like Connaughton, and is Giannis going to have to guard one of them?
Yes.
That was what kind of guy.
Yes.
But see, here's my thing with here's my thing with Brown and Tatum. They've never proven to have this 1-2 combo offense.
No, but they can dominate a weak player that's guarding them.
They can, but Tatum is he flames out. He has one great game, one okay game.
Who's going to be the weak player that's guarding? If you got Giannis on Tatum and then you got Middleton on Brown, who's the weak guard? Who's the weak player that's guarding?
Can Middleton still guard at a very
That's
high
what I'm
level?
saying. And Middleton, I don't think moving side to side laterally after that knee injury, forcing him to guard Jaylen Brown in a 7-game series, that's gonna be tough.
And look, and you're asking Giannis, and obviously there's gonna be a lot of switching. We know how today's game is, but having Giannis guard Tatum the whole game as primary defender, Tatum not gonna have to do that. They're gonna put like Horford or Porzingis on Giannis and have Tatum play like help defense. So like that's a luxury for Tatum that he has these guys. So it's going to be amazing. I'm tending to lean Boston by a tad just now, but there is a part of me that says I trust Dame and Giannis more than Jalen and Tatum. There's a part of me.
I promise there's an argument.
I promise y'all this, though. When games start, right, and we actually see what that product on the floor looks like for Milwaukee, I promise you, I know we're going to have to come back and walk some things back because if that clicks the way I envision it, the way the other three guys envision this shit could be special. Fellas, people may have to come back to the drawing board like, okay, how do we defend this?
Before we get out of here, just please real quick, let me just do this 30 seconds.
Yep.
Everybody healthy. Look at the great teams. When the last time we seen this? Everybody healthy. Clippers, Lakers, Denver, Sacramento, Phoenix, Memphis. Now you got Milwaukee, you got Boston, you got Brooklyn, you got New York, you got Cleveland, like you got Philly, like bruh, New Orleans. I'm saying no. I mean they still got an MVP.
Yeah.
Like we can't remember. I'm once again they went to Game 7 against Boston. Right. Like let's not. So I'm just saying when the last time we seen where it's at least four great teams in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference with literally. If everybody's healthy, it's gonna be some wars, man.
I think the West
gonna be some
this year is better again by a lot. I think there's 2 really good teams in the East, and there's a huge gap after that. No offense to the Knicks and the Cavs.
I agree.
I agree.
Prove me wrong again, but I really think the Celtics and the Bucks, like on paper, just have a big edge. The West is a lot more unpredictable to me. Again, now it's a war zone. I was saying that the Blazers are going to be the worst team in the West, and they don't even look that bad on paper.
Look at the young teams on the cover. OKC, Indiana.
Yeah, the West is going to be a war again. But I don't know if there's many great teams
Minnesota
right now.
Indiana.
We had that conversation last week. A lot of good teams, tons.
Yeah,
but great teams. We'll see.
Miami's
a great team to me.
Miami's not pulling no finals appearance out their ass, Fabian.
Shit
okay,
over,
I'm telling you that from today.
I never said they were.
Remember, I'm saying that to you, Fabian.
I mean,
I'll tell you what.
Can I just say this?
Slim Kawhi, if he's healthy, we have a chance to beat anyone on a given day.
I agree with that.
There's 2 games that Dame played versus Boston last year. First game, he had 27 points on 7 of 16 shooting, 2 of 8 from 3. He had a triple-double against them. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's against Detroit.
Those numbers
he had
27,
8. I mean, that's fine. That's 27, 8, and 5. And he shot okay. The second game, he had 41. Yeah, it's personal. 7 turnovers, 5 assists. But he shot 6 of 15 from 3 and 12 of 23 from the field. And he shot 14 free throws in that game and 11 free throws in the first game. That's why I think.
Did they win?
No, they got blown out in both games. But my thing is he doesn't have Giannis
right.
There. If he got over 10 free, and that was my key thing that you guys were not going to talk about. Who can get to the free throw line more and put the other team in foul trouble? And I think Giannis and Dame are going to put them in intentional foul trouble a lot more.
Giannis puts pressure on any defense. And any team in the league, the way he plays the game, he puts pressure on the defense. So does Damian Lillard too, because we love the fact that he can shoot the ball, but same thing with Steph Curry. Those guys attack the rim too. They get in the paint too. They get to the basket too. They get to the line too. Like they're not just shooting 40-footers all game long.
They even guarding the 40-footers, fighting over screens without fouling against those guys is tough. People get
it's hard. It's hard, Don. It's
and
hard.
that's the most amount of free throws that Dame averaged in his career is 9.6. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like
he didn't play. He played
58 games, 24 games, but that's enough. That's enough of a sample size to
That
see
is-
all that.
That is impressive.
Yeah, I think they have a super version. I think they're going to be a super offensive team, and people are overlooking this. And you guys laughed at me when I said 28-8. He averaged 7 assists last year. You guys got some nerve. He's averaging 28-8 with ease this year.
We shall see.
Wow, that would be amazing numbers, man.
We shall see.
Fellas,
Take OG. Take us
yes,
home.
man. Listen, man, we gave y'all some overtime. We usually do 8 to about 8:30, 8:40 the most, but we came in a little late, and as y'all see, the talk got spicy. Love these guys. Love y'all leaving more in the comments. Appreciate all the support and love. Y'all get us every Sunday polls on YouTube Live, every Wednesday, IG Live, Sundays, 8 o'clock YouTube Live, Eastern, Wednesdays, 8 o'clock Eastern, IG Live, man. The 4 sportsmen, my brother Flea, my brother Fabian, my brother Dom, everybody in the comments, man, appreciate all the love. See y'all in the few.
Sir, my brothers.